Hello, one and all, as I get the cameras right. There we go. Hi, how you doing? It's me,
Uh,
it's Paul. We're good. We're here. And after just a little bit of patience required to get some technical things out of the way, we're finally here. Better late than never. Like I said to Guy before, we can't rush perfection. So that's what it's all about. So here we are, MYT's sixth birthday, and we are celebrating in style, not only with obviously a 50% discount on all memberships at the moment for our artist development programs. We're celebrating our very, very successful, amazing release that's going to come out on the 29th of September. And we're going to get a full breakdown of it. And I'm also going to break down my remix of this amazing track by Born of Blades called Snafu. And I'm now going to hand it over to the person we're here to see tonight. So, just moving over to sharing the screen here. There you go. Here he is, Mr. Gai Barone. How you doing,
hello,
buddy?
hello everyone. How are you, mate?
Oh, fantastic, mate. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So happy to be here again.
Happy to have you back, mate, because January was such a lovely affair.
It
For
was for me lovely too.
oh,
It was
dude,
a great moment. I mean, I had the opportunity to listen to several tracks which were amazing and to meet other people, which are unfortunately sometimes you miss that kind of contact.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
totally, yeah.
it was great, great.
Absolutely phenomenal. And we actually dug up a couple of really, really amazing talents
Absolutely
on that.
agree with you.
Yeah, big shout out to Jacob Driver,
Yeah,
who obviously did a trilogy of remixes for you, right?
yeah.
1991. And he was discovered on that session, and he's such a Guy Barone super fan, so that was like huge for him.
And he,
And yeah,
yeah, he delivers so many, great different aspects of the remakes. I mean, he did an incredible job on 1991 as well. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic stuff.
yeah, incredible, like incredible.
Yeah,
And he's one of those guys. Like, there's a few examples of people like him who have like come back after like a long break
that's
for
it.
to producing again, and he's just absolutely killing it at the moment. There's a few people like that. I mean, we were just talking about a guy who we've actually got on next week for a feedback session, Cass.
Yeah,
Obviously, who did amazing stuff like a long time ago and is back and is doing amazing stuff again. So it's
so
great to have
talented.
people like that. Incredible talent, incredible
Yeah,
talent.
absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, that session was absolutely fantastic. And then out of that became a conversation around remixing this track for our 15th release on the label, which we were very, very thankful that you accepted. And it's that this package has just turned out absolutely phenomenally. As soon as we heard the original track from Dave Curran, Born of Blades, this is his debut release, by the way.
Yeah,
So, it's a big thing for him. And because we don't really have any boundaries on what we do with the label, it's called Emergent Properties for a reason.
and I
So,
do love this.
yeah.
I mean, it's really open-minded. We don't have any kind of bias around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dude, you
Yeah,
should hear the techno thing I signed
yeah,
today.
yeah.
Like, it's like Patrice Baumel techno.
Which
Absolutely
I do love.
stunning. Yeah, stunning. Cinematic,
Yeah,
widescreen,
fantastic.
cosmic, psychedelic techno of like the best. The way that people like Patrice play. And
Yeah.
yeah, we've run the whole range this year from proper funky jazz disco house
Wow.
all the way through to what you delivered. To in January, we're going to put this psychedelic techno thing out, and there's obviously
Yeah.
the main track on this is a breakbeat track.
Crazy, crazy track indeed.
Oh my god, absolutely fantastic! So the first thing to ask you before we like obviously we'll get into the actual remix and the session shortly.
Good.
When we obviously made the offer to you, what was the main sort of attraction? Because it is a breakbeat track, and obviously you're not so much known for breakbeats,
Of course.
and obviously you do an amazing job with the 4/4 stuff. So what
Yeah.
was it about this breaks track that made you think, hang on, I think I can do something with this?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you that every single time that some labels or some artists ask me for a remix, the first thing that I do, of course, is listening to the tracks, and I try to find some elements that got my attention. You know what I mean? If that really are exciting and interesting. And the second thing is how can I transform on how can I offer to the artist or to the
Mm.
label a new vision of those elements. And as soon as I got the original one, I say, wow, this is something else. I mean, there are so many incredible elements of the tracks which are really I was fell in love since the first time that I listened to them. Um, it was really challenging, but I think that every kind of remix, every remix is challenging, of course. But not talking about the thing that it was originally a breakbeat track.
Yeah.
Um, you know, the way I usually remix a track is really simple. Actually, I usually um, start playing something, anything, any kind of music, okay, any kind of key. I don't have anything in my mind, just a mindset for. Um, I mean, the only thing that I think is I have to remix something, okay.
Mm.
So this is going to be something for somebody else. This is not something for me. And then I try to adapt the parts, the elements which I really love from the original mix into the things that I've done.
Mm.
And that's the usual direction, the usual path that I take every single remix that I do.
Mm.
Um, Keeping in mind that I have to respect the label that asked me for the remix and, of course, the artist before.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever they ask me, we should do something like this or that, I'm really, you know, I take it back and I say, okay, this is you asked me for remakes and I just want to be free to do whatever I want. Sometimes it's really different from the original and I
Mm-hmm.
know it, but trust me, in my heart I always try to be really respectful and I try to respect every single time the artist and the label that asked me for that remix.
Yeah, sure. And I think that that's something I've got to say. I'll give myself a pat on the back for, because when we made the offer, you said
Yeah.
to me like, "Oh, well, what kind of what do you want me to do with it?" And I was like, "Whatever you like, son.
Yeah, that's what
Whatever
I
you
want to
like."
hear from an artist, from a real artist, from a real.
Because
Because
we
we had
heard,
a conversation before. Yeah, I
yeah,
know. We had a conversation about this because a label, a well-known label, established one, asked me back in the days, could you do something like that artist? And I said, unfortunately, I cannot do this. You
mm,
should ask that artist to do the remix. You know, with that style. I mean, we're talking about identity, which is kind of
mm,
really important in my
mm,
opinion, musically speaking. We are offering yourself through music, and just like you know you're offering yourself. And I find really rude when somebody asking you to do a remix like
yeah,
somebody else.
yeah. Because they're asking you effectively to do an impression of somebody else rather than be yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've had that before. I've actually, not that I would ever go into who it was, but I had problems with a remix previously. And after three failed attempts at this
Yeah,
remix, I then was like, nah, I'm not gonna persist in this, because I feel like I'm trying to hit a moving target, and the target keeps moving every time I put a different version of this in.
yeah.
So I ended up stripping the parts out from that remix and filled it in with originals, and then that actually turned into a track called Metamorph, which
Okay,
was on one of my best EPs that I put out on When We Dip back in 2019.
okay.
So a lot of sometimes like that situation of what you're saying, of constantly being asked to do something in the style of somebody, it very very rarely works, like,
Yeah,
and
uh,
in the end I was very glad that in my situation I was able to like salvage an original out of that
yeah,
remix, if you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it never happened to me actually
Mm.
because as soon as you can do whatever they want, it'll never be yourself.
Mm.
And that's it's really redundant. It's just a copy of a copy of a copy or whatever. It never
Yeah,
works for me, unfortunately.
yeah.
And yeah, growing up, I understood that the only thing that you can do to people and to artists in terms of remixing onto labels is yourself as an artist, as a true artist. This is what I usually do. Being respectful, of course,
Mm.
for the artist that asks, but other than that, this is me, and that's my point of view. This is my perspective. This is the way I see, I hear, and I want to express the track of somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that authenticity as well that has
That,
obviously ended up putting you in the place that you're in today.
yeah,
Because I say this to all the artists that we coach here. You know, there's only one job available, there's one vacancy. And the good news is you're the only one who can fill it because the vacancy is for you to be you.
exactly. Yeah,
And
yeah, that's
simple
true.
as that.
Absolutely.
It's simple as that. And that's why like when I signed this, it was really funny. I listened to basically the version that's come out is the version that was like delivered to us in one of our internal track feedback sessions.
Okay.
And
Okay.
literally like I still have the video from that session and like you can see my brains just like being exploded all over the
Yeah,
place.
that's totally out of this world.
Yeah,
So
I was
it's
like, dude, I like literally, I didn't give the guy feedback. I gave him a contract. My feedback was, here's a contract, sign
here
it
it is.
right
Take
right
it,
now.
sign
Thank
it,
you very
send it
much.
back.
And we need to get a big remixer for this because when people hear the full version of the track and they can do like through various means, through the Proton Smart Link, through social media, that kind of thing, and we've
Yeah.
got premieres coming soon. When you hear this track, it is literally like 4 tracks in one.
Wow.
You know, it is like it's like a breakbeat thing. It's got elements of like
Yeah.
super trancy progressive stuff. It's very
Exactly.
80s. It's got that. I likened it if like this is what like trance and progressive sounds like in Stranger Things,
Yeah, exactly. It
basically.
has so many incredible elements.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the remix before, just as a sort of preparation of the breakdown. And I was seeing the elements that I used. There are not too many, but the ones that I got, they are totally
Oh
mind-blowing.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, they are
Mm.
crazy.
It was an insane. I remember getting the stems from Dave for my remix. And I'll be honest, like it was a bit of a challenge this for me because there was so much good stuff
For me
and
as well.
so many great, amazing layers
For me too.
that it was like, okay,
Sometimes it's
where do I
really hard to
start?
pick the ones that, they may work for a remix.
Mm,
You know, because sometimes an original like that is really untouchable.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because you
yeah,
don't know where to go. It's a really complex
yeah.
tracks and too many things happening. And
Mm,
in my opinion, you have to find the proper balance uh, to add some elements and to make something new as I see a remix, but keeping the elements still telling the story, the original story.
hmm Yeah, absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely, and it's a great story as well that
Absolutely.
Dave told with the track, and you know. It follows one of my like essential rules of remixing. Like I don't often like to remix tracks from the same genre that I operate in. Because I often think I listen to a lot of tracks and people offer me remixes all the time, and I'm really, really grateful for it. And I'm not like
Okay.
saying I'm ungrateful at all. But you listen to the
Mhm.
track and it's like it already does what I do very well.
Okay.
So there's nothing that I can really add to that.
Yeah.
Whereas if I listen to something like Snafu, I can instantly say, right, I can turn that into a 4/4 absolute monster club record
Yeah.
and I can do something interesting that takes the original parts and recontextualizes it
Yeah.
in a different way, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why I think like, that's real remixing for me.
Agree with you. Totally
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah. And that's why I think this package has come out so well because obviously the inspiration of the parts, but also it's different from especially like what you do and it's
Absolutely.
different from what I do as
Absolutely.
well, and like and again like both of our remixes like couldn't be any different from each other.
And I love this because
Yeah.
they are covering a huge, huge part of the marketing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I mean, is that really huge? Actually, a bit risky where to place it, but
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that the remix. I mean, I has incredible feedbacks. I played the remix in Croatia, and I see people, wow,
Yeah.
really.
I am so
And
devastated that I missed that moment. I think it's the only moment I missed of the entire festival where
yeah,
somebody had either played a track that, I'd produced, or I'd had a hand in producing, or had signed for a label. So
I think we had a conversation probably 10 minutes before I played that remix. Unfortunately, I wish I had. I didn't know when to play, but I really hope that you were there in the back.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
know. But what a crazy. Well, I mean, you were only there for the one day, right? On the Sunday.
Yeah, it was great anyway. I
Oh
mean,
my
people loved
god.
this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy that it had a really good reception, and it got a great reception before the
Yeah.
festival because Hanan,
And I played it.
big shout out to the king.
Thank you, Precious Anna. Thank you. Thank you always and always and always.
Big shout out to Big H. He gives us so much love and support, and
Grazie, Anna.
he
Grazie di cuore,
un
Anna.
abrazo, amigo.
Un
Say,
abbraccio immenso.
there you
He
go.
knows it.
The Spanish
He
and the
knows it.
Italian is coming in big time. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because he understands Italian, of course. We are kind of similar
Very
languages.
similar, yeah. And obviously, I lived in Argentina for a year and a
Y-
half, so mi
y-
español is mucho mejor, you know.
Oh, fantastico.
Yeah, see, see. So yeah, so
The
big shout out.
pronunciation is perfect. Look at that. He's
Es
right.
argentino,
Es
español.
argentino. Yo entiendo argentino
Eh,
porque es, muy similar a tu italiano, claro.
sí, sí, claro,
El
sí,
mismo, el mismo.
sí,
Bueno,
entiendo,
el
entiendo
mismo vibe.
totalmente, sí.
Oh, fantastic. Let's do this in
Yeah.
Italian.
No, let's not. I think you've just got to the end of my Duolingo there, mate. So yeah, big shout out to Hanan because he actually put it on his podcast that was pre-Croatia as
Yeah,
well, and there was a lot of amazing feedback on the SoundCloud for that.
absolutely.
That's when I mean, obviously I knew we were onto something because it was you for a start, but then when Hanan played it and it got such like, and there was like loads of people in the comments going, ID, what is this? And I'm like, very
Yeah.
diligently going through the comments, going, "It's a Gai Barone remix of da 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 da,"
Yeah, yeah.
that kind of thing. So yeah, and then obviously, like you played it in Croatia. Part of your, I did hear the back end of your set with Casey.
Yeah,
Big ups to Casey. Hope he's doing
absolutely.
well over there
Such a
in
lovely
Australia.
guy.
Oh
I
my
gotta
god,
say,
what a dude!
honestly, altogether, yeah, I love Casey Taylor.
What a guy. I mean, he supports the wrong football team, but you can't have everything.
Such a lovely guy. I'm gonna
Incredible.
meet him in 1 month today. Which day? No, less than 1 month today in Manchester,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's right.
meet
Yeah.
him in after a few days for two back-to-back again in the ADE.
I will
So I
be
think
at least one of them, my friend, because I will be
probably
there.
fingers crossed for two. Actually, let's see.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
I'll try go 2 for 2. Right? It's a long
Yeah.
week. It's a long week, and I'm over the age of
Yeah,
45, so I can't
absolutely.
guarantee
My
everything.
weekend gonna start the week before because
Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna fly
yeah.
to Manchester. I'm gonna stay 2 or 3 days over there, and then I drive. Or I'm not sure I'm gonna fly probably at the ADE before
Hmm.
the very start of the ADE. I'm gonna stay there all the week long, so we're gonna have more than one chance to see you, to meet, and
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah. The weekend before, I'm actually in Madrid.
oh, cool.
I'm actually going to. I'm gonna go with Sasha and John to Fabric in Madrid because they're playing with Eric Prydz.
Oh, really?
Like insane, like once in a lifetime kind of lineup. So I'm gonna spend the
Wow.
weekend before in Madrid, and then I fly up to Amsterdam for ADE on the Tuesday, and
Okay.
then I do some lovely things for UV Records, and
Uh,
I'll be trotting about town. So you'll definitely see me in Amsterdam as we do
absolutely.
every year, yeah. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah,
Absolutely.
amazing stuff, amazing stuff. So
There's so many great things happening actually, and we have a proper good future.
oh
So
yes,
I'm so happy about
very
that.
much so, very much so. It feels like, especially after Croatia, right? The whole progressive sound has
Yeah, yeah,
kind
I'm
of
so
undergone
freaking happy
something
about that.
of a rebirth, right?
Yeah, and so at the same time, I just want to say that the management and the balance, and we all know we're talking about, they
Incredible.
really deserve the best because
Oh my
they
god,
did an incredible job. I mean, I feel
insane.
that to me was one of the best festival
It was the
ever
best
been.
music event I have been to, and I've been
Absolutely. Me
going to
too.
music events since like 1998, 98.
Me too.
Like it was
Me too.
insane. Like 4 days of absolute heaven. It really was. I mean, you were only there for the Sunday.
Yeah.
I did the full hit. Like, and I can tell you, The way I explained it to people is like when you put that many high quality human beings in one place, like magic is
Yeah,
inevitable. And it was everyone. It wasn't just the artists, it was the
yeah, yeah,
crowds,
yeah,
it was people from all over the world had come. It
yeah.
felt like half of Argentina were in there.
Yeah, and the
There's a
things
lot
that
of
I
them.
really appreciated most was the fact that everyone is, helping the others, dancing together with the other DJs. I've seen several DJs, big DJs, dancing on the dance floor where we were playing, and I was there dancing for the other DJs, which is, supporting which something you really trust.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, the amount of times I saw that, and I was very privileged to like have a backstage pass. Very, very
Yeah,
privileged, and it was really funny because I was backstage watching Guy J,
yeah.
who I'll be honest, Guy J's set that night changed my life. Like honestly, the last 45 minutes of that set were possibly the greatest 45 minutes of music I've ever experienced.
Oh, that's
It was
amazing.
absolutely insane the levels to the game that guy unlocked at like quarter like 5 to 6 on the Sunday morning. It felt like the entirety of that
Yeah, many
yard
people said,
stage
many people said.
literally felt like it lifted off the floor and we were all like floating off into space together. It was just like exquisite. It was like we were in another dimension. It really, really was. And I was very, as I said, I was very privileged to have a backstage pass. And you were talking about the DJs all dancing to each other's
Yeah, yeah,
sets. One of the funniest moments, because obviously, as you know, me and Patrice Baumel are very close
yeah.
friends. And it was really funny. I was looking out from the stage and it was just like a sea of people. And then 1 foot taller than everyone, there was just this head bobbing up and down. And it was Patrice, like in the middle of it all, just
Yeah,
absolutely losing his mind.
yeah,
It was phenomenal. It was absolutely insane. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree with this comment here from Mickey James that it was insanity. It was absolutely insane. Absolutely
absolutely.
insane. And one
You
of
know,
the
one,
things
one,
that they were saying as well, sorry to cut across you, is like one of the things the Balance team did that was absolutely phenomenal. They did such a good job of recording a lot of the sets as well.
exactly, exactly. Because we are kind of leaving some legacy to everyone. You know what I mean? That's
Absolutely.
something, that's a sign, that's a mark of what we did
Yeah.
all together. I'm not talking about the DJs, okay?
Hmm.
We all did.
Yeah, the whole
That
crowd,
was absolutely,
everyone contributed.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what it's like in this industry as well. And I'll say this like sort of quickly before we get into like the actual remix and what we're here to
Yeah,
do.
yeah, sure.
But one of the things that really stood out for me, and I needed this on a personal level more than anything, and I'll get a little bit sort of raw here, is
Hmm.
like how rough this industry can be at times, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can be like dog eat dog, and there can be a lot of like difficult situations in the industry as well.
Sure.
But the thing that really got me at Balance was just the level of support that everyone was given to each other. Everybody wanted to see each other win.
Exactly.
Everybody
This is
wanted
what
to
I was just
support
trying
each
to
other.
say. Everyone supported everyone.
Yeah, yeah, it
Crazy,
was
crazy,
incredible.
huh?
Yeah, it was amazing. And like I said, I unfortunately missed the moment that you dropped this remix, but like a couple of it was a good festival for me in terms of like music that I was involved with being played
Yeah,
because I've done this Funk the Void Diablo remix,
yeah.
which thank you very much that you have supported, and I really really
Ah,
appreciate that. And
such beauty.
thank you, mate. Thank you
So
so
deserved,
much.
mate.
Thank you so much. And Anthony Papa took me to one side and
Wow.
you know what Anthony's like? He's very, very, very particular.
Yeah.
And he just went, dude, that remix is massive. And I'm like, I know how much that means coming from you. It's like he's so difficult to please,
Yeah.
Anthony. He's
Yeah.
so like his quality standards are so
Yeah. So
high.
picky.
His bar is
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
But that's why
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
so good, right? And then it meant the world to me that like him and Dave played it and Zabila played it the night before. And then another thing which I can kind of talk about a little bit, but I can't say too much about
So
is
happy about that, man.
Tim Green and I recently did some work in the studio together,
Oh, wow.
and he played 3 tracks that we did together.
Wow. Really?
And or like basically, yeah, I was more of you could put a grey beard on me and like make my head bald. I was kind of like in the studio more as like a sort of a Rick Rubin type sort
Yeah.
of character, and just sort
Yeah.
of push helping him push him in the right direction. Like they're his tracks, but like I had an involvement in them. and
Okay.
all three played. Three of them. Sorry, we did 5 tracks, and 3 of them he played, and they just went off.
Freaking hell, awesome.
So it was a very significant week in a lot of ways because I received a lot of love and support from people, and like I come back so inspired, so
Me too.
inspired.
Me too.
Yeah, man, I'm not
I mean, your
surprised because you
remix are
played you.
really impressive.
Well, you, I mean, and a lot of people said you guys played one of the sets of the weekend. So
Really?
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
absolutely, absolutely,
Thank you. I really enjoyed it actually.
yeah,
It was one of those moments that you uh, are aware that you're enjoying the moment you're doing it. You know what I mean? Because I sometimes it happens that you do great things and start thinking about this in the next future and say, okay,
mm,
I had some, but I was enjoying that moment where we are there and playing that. It was freaking
yeah.
awesome, awesome. No,
And
nothing else to say.
the best thing is that we're gonna get to do it all again next year. I already got my
Fingers
ticket.
crossed.
I already got my ticket. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm there. I'm there. So should we delve into the remix itself a little bit?
Sure. Let's
And
do this.
we'll talk about it. So I'm interested in this because at certain points I've seen you use Ableton, and at other certain points I've seen you use the likes of Cubase, if I'm
Yeah.
right.
Sometimes I use both actually.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to talk me through that a little bit? Because that's really interesting to me.
Okay, I'm quite lucky because I really enjoy Cubase and I really enjoy Ableton Live
Mm.
for different reasons actually. The Cubase lately I'm using Cubase just for mastering stuff,
Ah, yeah.
so just to sometimes to get some inspiration for the chords or whatever. So I'm yeah, I'm definitely more into Ableton Live at the moment.
Mm.
Actually, in the last 2 or 3 years. But sometimes I love going back and to Cubase just to get some brand new mood. Sometimes I made I made different remixes last year on Cubase,
Mm.
and then I exported on Ableton to see what I can add on
Interesting.
Ableton.
Mm-hmm.
As I see Ableton just like more a musical instrument.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see
Yeah.
something something kind of different, and Cubase has always been there. I mean, I started with the Cubase so many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I love the GUI, and but in my opinion, they were still there, and nothing good and nothing big changed in the last 10 years, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, and Ableton did the job, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. I
So,
think for me, it's you have that relationship with Cubase. I have that relationship with Logic.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. So I tend to like jump between, and I liken it to, you said a musical instrument, right? I do liken DAWs to musical instruments
yeah,
in the regard of like, I think they're like, the analogy I always make is about guitars. So it's like, Ableton's like your Fender Strat
yeah,
and Logic's like your Les Paul, and it's
absolutely.
still you playing it, but you will get a different sound out of it. And sometimes you get a little bit bored,
Come,
or you feel like you're phoning it in, or like going through the motions and stuff.
yeah,
And one of the big tips I always give to artists that I coach is you need to know more than
yeah.
one DAW, because it's great for your creativity and it's great for collaboration as well.
Agree with you. Agree with you. I
Yeah,
mean, you have to study two different words actually. That can be really
mm.
that can talk each other properly.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, in my opinion, yeah. Sometimes if I don't have enough time to do a remix, I start and as I go straight away on
mm.
Ableton Live.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but sometimes if you have more time to to spend more time and try to experiment with something else, sometimes I start from Cubase and then I move to Ableton Live, then I come back to Cubase for mixing. I really love them. I really love mixing on Cubase.
Mm.
But it depends, but I still love the Ableton a little bit more than Cubase, my
Yeah.
opinion. That's what I
Yeah,
feel in my
yeah,
thought.
totally. And I come from a hardcore audio engineering background,
Oh,
so I was taught like Pro Tools,
yeah.
like, but Pro Tools like hardcore, where like my my teacher at college actually made us all disconnect the mice,
Wow.
and we actually literally had to use Pro Tools only with key commands.
gosh.
like really hardcore. So I'm very, very lucky in that I've got, Ableton, Logic. I do use Cubase, I do have it. I don't
Yeah.
use it as much, maybe, as the other two. But
Hmm.
I know I'll occasionally jump back into Pro Tools. I'll sometimes
Yeah.
even use something like Bitwig. I've got FL Studio. I like to call myself a door whore
Yeah.
because I'm just like, depending upon the job, I'm gonna use different things, and
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I see it as a possibility to do
absolutely,
something else, actually, or
yeah,
something more. I mean, it's an open-minded way to produce music in different ways, my
hundred
friend.
percent.
I think they, unfortunately, talking about Ableton Live, I start every project in on the session view, and the that
Mm,
one I'm gonna show you.
yeah,
So can you see? Maybe you can
yeah, I
see
can
this.
see that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So
So I don't,
We're in
I
Ableton now, but we can only see the
yeah.
arrangement view at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Not the arrangement view.
Hmm.
What's the name of the vertical ones?
It's the session view, yeah.
Yeah, the session view. Okay, yeah, yeah. I love the session view actually
Hmm.
because it's really quickly helps me to get some ideas
Yeah,
and then
same.
go from here. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really easy for me.
yeah, same.
And I start looping something,
Mm.
and the way that you don't have to loop something for bars or 5 by 4, whatever,
Hmm.
you can do something really strange sometimes, and that's
Yeah,
really incredible in my
yeah,
opinion.
absolutely. Yeah, you can
You could
get
do the same on Cubase, but it's really longer and it's more.
Yeah, it's a lot more long-winded, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Whereas I think it's conducive to like doing things like polyrhythms and
yeah,
weird,
exactly,
weird sort of like 5/16 note loops that
exactly.
can do some interesting things. And
Polyrhythm
yeah,
things is life for me. It's
yeah,
so vital.
yeah,
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely. And Victor Nova, who's in the comments, he says, "I sometimes wonder how much your door, the look of the door, affects your creativity." And I would actually say it affects it quite a lot. Yeah.
Agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes what I do is I will actually like rather than change the DW, I'll change the color scheme in Ableton. Sometimes I'll
Exactly.
have it brighter, sometimes I'll have it darker.
Me too. I do it. I do it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
do it too.
Yeah, and it just because it just shifts the perspective a little bit. And
Totally.
another thing
Totally
about
agree with you.
like using, say, for example, like if I because I'm doing a couple of things in Logic at the moment, and I think there's a degree of muscle memory as
Okay.
well, where you know where everything is in your Ableton browser, right?
Yeah.
And you know where everything is, and I tend to like find that a lot of the time I'll reach for the same sounds, the same ways of
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
things, and moving back into Logic or Cubase or another DAW, it forces you to have to do it a
Totally.
different way, which
Yeah.
means
Agree with you.
naturally
Agree
the
with you.
end
It's
result is
just
going to be
like
a
a
slightly
sort of
different product.
working out or exercises to see
Yeah,
something else. It's a
yeah,
good thing, honestly. You're
100%.
not wasting time anyway. So
Yeah.
it's a good way to get some exercises to work out
Hmm.
on something new. So why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Gauss is in the comments here saying, I changed my workplace and moved to a different room or a different part of the room just to shake it up a bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, I mentioned Eric Prydz before. Like, Eric Prydz has said like he's written most of his best stuff on boats because he
Really?
went through that whole period, didn't he, where he was
Uh,
like terrified of flying and he had to take boats everywhere.
Oh,
So he was
wow.
on like ferries for hours, like just knocking out absolute ridiculous classics, like just on his laptop. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
So yeah, amazing stuff. So
Crazy.
speaking of amazing stuff,
Yeah.
let's get into the remix. So in
Okay,
terms
let's
of
do
like
it.
your starting points for this remix, I mean, obviously if you can remember that, like
Yeah,
what was the
the
thing
start. Yeah,
that
the
gave you the hook?
starting point was I'm gonna play the starting point from. Can you see can you see the the main screen here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, cool.
absolutely
Okay, those are the things that change that really inspire me. Everything,
amazing.
everything started from here. I'm gonna play this. Can you hear it?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. This is I'm gonna play without any effects.
No
Okay?
way.
Yeah,
Because I know these stems really well. I'm like, that's where it came from.
exactly. And it came from that. And
Amazing.
sorry. So, and of course, I took just a little bit of that, and I added this amazing reverb from Brainworks,
Yeah.
and everything changed.
Yeah.
And I started from that. This was my starting point.
No way.
Yeah,
Something so simple, right?
it was actually. And then I have added the same synth to Crystallizer.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I'm gonna show you a little bit later in a better way. And it sounded like that. Talking about the polyrhythms.
Tremendous.
Yeah, together with the other one.
Yeah.
And that was the starting point of the remix. I
Wow.
really enjoyed this place. It's crazy. It's a hoodoo voodoo synth. That was fantastic, phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah, it's very like 90s acid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, love it. Yeah,
So this
amazing.
was my starting point together with the well, that kind of harp, acid harp. I'm gonna show you
Mm-hmm.
later.
Amazing.
Yeah, in details. And then I've added some bass lines. Actually, it was I remixed this track around 4 months, 5 months
Yeah,
ago,
something like that.
and I,
Yeah, yeah.
and I think that the Serum 2 was out.
Just about. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
around that time a few
and
months
I
ago. Yeah.
was I was playing with Serum. There was an ARP, a preset that I got it, which worked very good, and I tested that sound together with the ARP, and everything started from that.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. It was really easy, honestly. It took about 3 or 4 days to do it.
Yeah, the remix
Mixing
overall.
wise, and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Let's start from. You want to see the kick or wherever
Yes. Yes.
first? Okay.
Let's build it from the bottom to the top, shall we?
Yeah. Okay. First part comes from kick. This is a click, a simple click. Okay, just let me see. Before the kick, I got side chain,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is basically a. I'm gonna add my headphones because I have the echo,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
resonant headsets is
That's
better.
cool. Yeah. No worries, mate. No worries.
Thank you. Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, perfectly now. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Okay, I got it. I got a side chain here.
And it's a hi hat that you're using, right? That's the
Yeah,
trigger. Interesting.
that one,
Mm-hmm.
which is really short,
Yeah.
uh, and just like triggering my pretty much everything. Okay,
Great.
so I'm not using the kick as a side chain,
No.
but just like this
Mm-hmm.
little hat. That's it.
Nice.
Okay, kicks. I got a click here. I'm gonna play for that.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear properly?
Yeah. Yeah. It almost sounds like a kind of a like almost like a 909 rim shot
Yeah,
type of
I
thing.
think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I think so. Just let me. Yeah, it's coming from Trias,
Ah, very
which
cool.
is an unbelievable. It's basically a drum machine
Right.
with tons of different samples, and
Cool.
it's taken from Trias. Yeah, highly recommended. I do work on machine uh,
Mm-hmm.
quite often, but I gotta say that Trias is something else as well. I
Ah,
really love it.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, sure. And I right here, mixing wise, I there is a low cut around 80 hertz. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
easy. That's it. That's my main kick. I usually create my own kicks from 2 or 3 different samples,
Yeah.
put them together, and that's my kick. And the only thing that I apply to the kick is the amazing isotope trash.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it's something amazing. Trash 2 is something good.
Mm-hmm.
The new trash, mm.
Trash.
Exactly. The new trash is just hype. That's it.
Yeah.
The new trash was really good. I mean, I was a big, I'm a big fan of Ozone,
Mm-hmm.
a big fan of iStop stuff. But sometimes they release something just,
Yeah,
you know,
for like you say, for the clicks, maybe for the hype rather than
yeah,
for the function.
exactly.
Mm.
I've seen the new Ozone 12. Yeah. Is it really worthy if you have Ozone 9
Yeah.
or Ozone 10
Mm-hmm.
or Ozone 11? No, sure.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Uh, I gotta say the same thing for Ableton Live 12. Is it really worthy if you, I mean, I usually use a lot of third-party plugins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I do love Raw, which
Yeah,
is an incredible saturation. But if you use Saturn 2, you definitely don't need it.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, yeah, totally agree with you.
Yeah, that's my point of it. Anyway, so Trash 2 on the kick
Mm-hmm.
without trash with trash. Okay, so it's
Sweet.
definitely clipping around -8
Mm-hmm.
without clipping at a
Yeah,
7.7, but the low end is a little bit better. It's fuller, and I just applying it a little bit, just a tiny
yeah,
of tape saturation right now. Okay,
amazing. Mm-hmm.
if you can see the mix is
Yeah,
really
like
25%.
25%. Yeah,
Exactly.
great.
And yeah, that's an oscilloscope.
Classic.
Yeah.
I remember using that in like 2007 when I was in audio
I
college.
use it a lot. I use it a
Yeah,
lot
it's
actually.
really handy. It's really
Yeah,
handy,
exactly.
dude.
Still one of my favorite tool ever.
Dude, like the whole was it MDSP stuff,
Yeah,
smart electronics,
yeah,
phenomenal. Like
yeah.
I
It
used to
is. It
use
is.
Live Cut quite a lot, you know. So
Oh,
like,
I still remember
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, it was amazing. Me and James Zabili used to geek out about that thing for
Oh,
years.
lovely.
Great.
Okay, so basically this is the, yeah, so the click, the main kick, and this is a
Sure.
filter kick. Yeah. Uh, Same kick, just the
Yep.
frequency here. Okay.
Uh huh.
That's it. Really easy. Nothing,
Sweet.
nothing. Sometimes I use it to make better transitions
Mm-hmm.
or to make something a little bit more interesting. You
Yep.
know, it depends on the arrangement on what I want to do.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the kicks, and I'm gonna tell you.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
I was gonna say you just solved a major Cubase problem for me because the
Yeah.
way you put the filtered kick on another track.
Yeah.
Like I never do that. I always like filter the actual kick.
Okay.
And one of the things that's really stopped me from producing stuff in Cubase is that
It comes from, yeah.
the automation's not always like exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So
got it.
actually put it on a different track. I don't know why I didn't think about that before, to be honest.
Yeah, it's coming from Cubase, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The
Eh,
workarounds.
yeah, exactly. We gotta survive to that.
Yeah,
Okay,
true. It's very true.
so drums wise, I collected. I put it inside, the group.
Mm-hmm.
And these are some percussions coming from battery. This is a source. It's not an emulation actually because they are samples
Yeah.
taken from the Alessis, which was an amazing. It's still one of my
Mm.
favorite drum machine
Yeah,
ever,
yeah, yeah.
coming from the late 80s, 90s, and it's something like this. Just let me deactivate. You can hear it,
Mm-hmm.
but they doing the job actually. And I did an Eco Boy, an Octopan,
Yeah.
just the utility for fading it out or fading in, um, for the arrangement, I mean.
Sure.
And this is an auto filter for the same reason. Gonna show you the automation here. Really easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on to the next one inside the drums. These drums are coming from the analog. uh, I'm not sure if you can see it. See
Ah,
my
you got, is it analog rhythm? Is it the
yeah.
electron box?
That's the analog four, and that's the analog rhythm. Is the number.
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah, those
yeah.
things sound so good.
Freaking. I think I'm gonna spend my all days on them together with the auto track as well. I love them. I
Yeah.
really love them. Brilliant. They are really not really easy to understand,
Mm-hmm.
but as soon as you are into them, you get something really really interesting.
Yeah, I know plenty of people who are like super hardcore into them, and there
Yeah,
definitely is a learning curve
yeah,
and something of a work like a workflow that they have. It's very particular, but
yeah,
once you get it, like it becomes really addictive.
yeah. Absolutely,
Mm,
they are really addictive. Actually, I'm gonna tell you something more because I had the Octatrack back in the days, and I
mm.
sold them because I didn't have enough time to learn it, to study, to spend enough time on it because I have to remix it. I have to do my own things, and but probably I'm gonna buy them again. Yeah, because the trilogy is incredible. Yeah. Anyway,
Fantastic.
so noise has coming from the analog room.
And I would say that rhythm is
Yeah,
like that's what that remix is all about.
yeah, exactly. And the rhythm comes from the same notes which I played for the bass line.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. There
you
you
know
go.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes. They do pretty much the same things of the baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Easy. There is pretty much nothing here. Just a knee cue to cut the low end and some harsh frequencies here. Not a big difference, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sounds good. Uh, this. Oh, this is coming from Ableton.
Mm-hmm.
Kit is called Beta Fish Kit. Um, Something that way without an LFO. I'm gonna show
Mm-hmm.
you why. Adding an LFO tool
Yeah.
to simply, to give that the kind of pumping
Yeah.
effect.
It also adds like a nice amount of groove, I find, when you
Exactly.
use, LFO tool and those
Yeah.
sort of envelope sidechain plugins
One of
on
my
noises.
favorite tool ever. I use it every single time.
Incredible.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I think Nicky Romero Kickstart is literally my most used plugin of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah, probably,
And
probably.
I'm still on the first one.
Me too.
Yeah, just
Me
like
too.
I
I
can,
didn't see any.
I can't even
That is
bother
good.
like upgrading to number two for like €20 or
Yeah,
something.
even less actually. But
Yeah.
I got this and the other one, so
Mm.
why not? I didn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. Really great.
Yeah. There is a top loop. Nothing special. Again, an LFO tool.
Yeah, I mean, you say nothing special, but like having heard this remix obviously as many times as I have, I can hear that the texture.
Yeah, they are even though are elements or few elements which
Mm,
are there in the background, but to me, the details make the difference
mm,
every single time. Because if you are, um, I mean, sometimes it's not a good thing adding so many tracks because frequency wise they are kind of ruining your track. But if you know where to place them and when to place them in the arrangement, they make it good. The big difference actually.
mm.
So just let me play it without an LFO tool. LFO tool
Yeah,
doing the
it's
difference.
that knock, isn't it? That kind of,
Exactly.
but the groove that creates is just stunning.
Exactly, because if you play together with the kicks, with that,
Yeah,
they kind of destroying the rhythm.
yeah, yeah. It's too straight, whereas that's got
Yeah,
movement.
exactly. And again, yeah, removing some low frequencies and here some harshness from the high. And that's it. Now I got my blood machine. I use it every single time. I really love machine.
Mm,
Okay, that was the pattern that I play machine. Really easy.
yep.
And Saturn, the beloved Saturn,
Oh,
does the
yes.
difference.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Take it from this preset, the definition. Then I add in a little bit more saturation from this amazing plugin. You don't need that if you have the saturation plugin from Ableton Live. But to me, the tube saturation coming from these harmonics from Softube is something else.
Oh my
In
God,
my
yeah.
opinion, it's really good. Without and with.
Just the way it lifts it, right?
Yeah, a lot. And this, but if you leave some, some percussions or some hats, you together with the kicks, sometimes it's too much. That's why I've added the SPL Transit Designer just to cut the tails together
Cool.
together with a kick. See, with and without the SPL Transit Designer.
Tightens it, right?
Cutting the very first one, the transient, and again at the end removing some low frequencies.
Yeah.
There you go. Just let me play this with and without the plugins.
Sure.
Without kick, probably as well. That's another thing. Sounds like almost shakers.
Yeah.
Makes it a big difference. Okay, this is coming from Modular V3.
Yeah, nice noise again.
Yeah. This is an amazing cue. One of my favorite.
Oh, the mag is incredible. The airband is exquisite.
I love it. Really love it. Yeah, kind of adding some high-end frequency here. And the LFO tool again. Just to remove the very first transient. And again, Pro Q. Easy. Now, let's move to some hats. Again. Actually, I think that it was muted. Because they are playing the same thing.
Yeah.
Not sure. I can't remember why. By the way, they're coming. Oh, I know. Wait, because there is an automation here.
Yeah.
At the effect from Diva. Let me show you. That's why. And at the end, I need them both. Okay.
What really stands out to me here is like you've got layers of noise.
Yeah.
But the noise elements all have their own frequencies.
Yeah.
And they all sit together really well. And obviously with white noise being equal energy for every, frequency across the spectrum, it's so impressive to see somebody layer noise this well in this many instances. It's crazy.
I like it actually because they are doing their own things. In my opinion, they sometimes they feel some empty spaces.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And what else? Some percussion. I think they are coming from machine. That's just one percussion.
Yeah.
With just a little bit of reverb.
Nice reverb on that as well.
Exactly. Reverb comes from RC24, which I'm going to show you later. Yeah, I love it. From Native Instruments.
Really good.
Really easy. Low CPU. Amazing. One of my favorite reverb. Some other. Okay, this is taken from the analog rhythm hi-hat. Okay, this is
There you
the
go. The
yeah.
pattern.
Yeah, exactly. Which is exactly the same from the bass line.
Mm-hmm.
Totally the same. And again, some,
Yeah.
resonant frequency. Yeah, that's it. Easy. So, battery, taken from the ignition code.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bonus plane per human. And that's the reverb I was talking about.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting that. I think it might be the sound itself, but I almost thought it was a spring reverb for a second, not
No,
a room.
it's, I don't know. It sounds like, but
Yeah.
no, without,
Wow.
it makes a big difference.
Very big. Very
Yeah,
big. And helps it
exactly.
sit in the mix so much better, right? You know, when you've got that little bit of
Exactly.
perspective from a
E-
short reverb like that.
Totally, totally. That's what I usually do using the reverbs,
Mm.
placing them in different parts of the mix. So this is one percussion, and the other one is there. They are panning in two different way,
Mm.
on the right and that's on the left. Some of the percussions coming from old loops. Probably this is probably taken from an Akai CD.
No
That's really, really
way.
old. That's really old.
Now you're giving your age away, guy.
Probably from 25, maybe 30 years
No
ago.
way.
Yeah,
Love all that.
look at that. It sounds so shitty, but with
Almost
the
sounds like an
LFO
old
too.
hardcore thing or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the LFO tool doing the job again. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah,
Yeah. The
given
the attention to detail here, guy, is just incredible.
appreciate it. I really love. Sometimes I get lost into the details.
Yeah.
Uh, I really love them. Um, these is called carbonized key. They are taken from a carbonized kit from Ableton Live. I'm gonna play it because I may, yeah, that's why. That's one.
Got it.
That's the same kit.
Ah, no way.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. It reminds me of because we had a conversation about this a while ago, didn't we? That
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
we're both big reactor heads.
Exactly.
That sound then, that little sequence, it reminded me of, you ever use sine beats?
Yeah, of course. I love it.
Yeah,
And I
similar
used it
vibe, yeah.
this morning for remix.
No,
Yeah,
really?
I'm not joking. For the
Incredible.
ones that I told you before, we are doing something really special together with Casey,
Mm-hmm.
and I doing a side bit.
No way.
I'm using side bits for that.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sine
love it.
B, I've been using New School a lot
Yeah,
in
me too,
recent
me too,
tracks as well,
me
because
too,
it just
me
got
too,
that really interesting, techie, wonky groove. Like,
me too, me too.
phenomenal. Wow.
And still sounding amazing, me.
To this day, man, some of those reactor ensembles was so ahead of the time. I mean,
Yeah,
I use grain states still.
me too.
Dude, it's
Me
like it's my
too.
favorite. There is
Yeah,
no other granular plugin
me too.
that has
I
been
love
made
it.
before or since
I
that
love it.
has that sound.
It's so freaking inspiring.
Oh,
And every
dude,
single
yeah,
time that I use it, I go pretty much everywhere with
yeah.
something new and something totally unexpected.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean it's a hell of a thing to understand and like get your head around. But once you kind
yeah,
of get your head around it and how it works, it's
yeah.
such an incredible
Agree,
thing.
agree.
Brilliant.
Okay, so again, so both kind of percussions coming from this kit. I'm not sure if you can see it.
Hmm.
This carbonized kit
Yeah.
from Ableton, and there's pretty much nothing else. Um, Also, I I have some shakers here.
Sweet.
Yep.
The classic. Put the vocoder on the shaker's trick.
Yeah. without LFO and
Mm-hmm.
vocoder.
It's incredible, isn't it? Like the difference in the
Yeah,
texture it makes just putting a little bit of vocoder on it.
yeah. This format does the job.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, and I've been getting really back into actually recording my own percussions recently, like my own shakers and tambourines and stuff.
I do
There
it.
you go. There you go.
There you go. And they works very good with
Mm.
those. With that microphone, I got another one over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I record it, taken from here. This is the
Yeah.
egg shaker that I use for that remote.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easy and really funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And what else? I think we're gonna close the drums with this.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, that's
Chunk, nice
another
chunky.
yeah, that's another loop taken from machine and I render it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing else than an EQ, just again, yeah, some low end and some harsh and resonant frequencies.
Great.
That's it. And what else do we have inside the drums? Just let me double check here. Okay. Do you want to see the groups right now? Or you want to?
Absolutely, yeah, please.
Okay. Inside the group, the drums group, I have some Pro Q. Okay. And then I got a K clip. What is a K clip?
Oh my god.
Okay.
What a clipper. Incredible.
Um, to me is the best one, better
Mm.
than the starter. Actually, I use the standard clip on my mastering stage,
Yeah.
but for single tracks, I usually have K clip. It's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
It works properly. And where else do I have here? Yeah, this is something I usually use on my drums to make that that kind of pumpy feeling.
Ah, interesting. I've never seen LFO tool used like that.
Trust me, it makes the difference.
Yeah. So it sort of gives a little bit of extra clearance from the kick.
Exactly.
Wow, that is so,
Sorry.
dude, that's so clever. Oh, you've just
Yeah.
blown my mind a little bit there.
Look at that.
No way. Oh my god, you've just,
It makes a difference.
dude, you've just blown my tiny mind a little bit there. That's phenomenal. That's such a clever little thing to do.
And sometimes I'm gonna tell you something more. Sometimes I use this because if I don't have any kick playing together with the drums,
Mm.
I need to automate this.
Yeah,
Because if you do this without
you get a
without the
little,
kick playing,
yeah,
yeah, you can
get
you can hear it.
a
It
little bit of
doesn't
that
work.
going. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
it sounds unnatural,
Yeah.
but together with the click
Mm.
with the kicks, it makes a big difference.
And I'll tell you where my head goes with this.
Yeah.
Is there's a little trick that I've been teaching a lot of people to do in recent times,
Mhm.
which is when you really want your drop to drop, is to actually like automate your drums up by like say a couple of dB or 3 dB
I do it. I do it.
at the moment of the drop, so it
Yeah.
really slams in, and
Oh,
then over like
exactly.
4 or 8 bars, you kind of automate it down.
No.
And
It's a
I'm
source of preparation to the drop.
yeah,
Boom.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
making because it's playing with the dynamics of the record,
Yeah.
essentially.
Exactly. I
You know,
usually do it. Probably
yeah,
I did it on this remix as well.
yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. But I'm looking at that and I'm thinking there's a role for that to play as well, like automating that down to let them come through more, and when the kick comes back in, you can suck it back in. Like
Yeah.
anything,
Sometimes.
any details like that. Sorry, mate, just little
Yeah. Sorry.
details just to like play with the dynamics of the track
Yeah.
is absolutely welcome.
They are essential. I mean, the dynamics are one of the most interesting thing to consider
Mm,
in the mixing stage and the mastering stage.
hope,
I
yeah,
usually do it
100%.
because it makes a big difference.
Huge,
Yeah.
huge. And the thing is, when you've got so much going on and you've got that many layers, and
Exactly.
you're paying so much attention to detail,
Yeah.
you need to be able to knit everything together so it integrates.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
everything's got its own space, and everything kind of can stay out of each other's way a little bit. But obviously, with this
Exactly.
type of music, like the kick is one of the primary things. So
Yeah.
you've got to try and make sure that you can keep that clear, but you can
Yeah.
keep that clear in a way that actually is of service to the rest of the track, because it makes the whole thing more spacious, more
Yeah.
dynamic, and more groovy at the same time.
Totally agree. Totally agree with you. Yeah. Making a big, big difference.
Yeah,
At the
huge.
end of the day, when you arrange it, when you mix it,
Mm.
and when you master it, if you don't pay attention to the dynamics,
Oh yeah.
everything will collapse.
100%. And
Yeah.
the thing for me, like, and this is one of the reasons why I love doing these sessions, and especially with people like you, it's like
Thank you.
all of these, like, it's the, you know, you would imagine I would be impressed by, like, you know, the synth programming and everything
Yeah.
else. No, dude, it's little things like that you do with LFO tool. It's
Agree.
the littlest,
Agree with you.
very small
Agree.
details that are the ones that are the most mind blowing for me.
Agree with you. I usually spend a lot of time on those things
Mm,
because you at the end of the day you're given some space, some importance to the different elements, and the different elements. If you put the different elements all together,
mm,
the track will be good in a proper way. If you know what I mean. If you know where to put it, where when to play it, arrangement wise and mixing wise,
mm.
the track will breathe,
Yeah,
will move.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, great. Totally agree.
Okay.
Ooh.
Bass. I got the first bass coming from,
Synth Master.
yeah, Synth Master. I really love Synth Master.
Mm.
Sometimes it's really weird because it's not really stable,
Mm-hmm.
100% stable. It crashes often. But it, it's one of my favorite synth for bassline actually.
Mm-hmm.
Together with Trillion or
Oh yeah, yeah.
uh,
Trillion's my go-to. Trillion
yeah,
Repro One,
yeah, me too.
big favorite of mine, and just like my overall sort of workhorse synth
Yeah,
these days, as and has been for a long time, is Arturia Pigment.
yeah. Oh wow, such a beauty,
Incredible.
such a word.
Oh yeah.
I know, I know, I know. Anyway, so bass without anything
Oof.
with the LFO tool, kind of um,
Yeah, it just
yeah,
catches the tail of it, doesn't it? Really.
exactly. In order not to interfere with the kick,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I usually use it for the bass.
Uh-huh. Oh, the 1176.
Yeah,
So good.
catching the peaks.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. I'm going to show you on the exoscope.
Oh yeah. Oof. Wow.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we are kind of controlling the dynamics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You can see the consistency, right? Like when you didn't have it in, it's like it's a bit all over the place, and then as soon as you put that 1176 in, it's like almost every note looks exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to
Of
distort
course.
it right now.
Yeah.
That way.
And that's a really nice creative use of clipping as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because sometimes clipping brings some distortion, some tube
Yeah.
distortion. It depends on the clippers that you use. You have several way to use
Yeah.
this on a crease, smooth, or whatever. I usually
Mm-hmm.
use the smooth and tube. I love the tube as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where else? Yeah, again, an LFO tool, another LFO tool.
Yeah. Just to confirm the envelope basically.
Exactly,
Yeah, because when you process it like that, sometimes it can add some artifacts back in, and
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And a utility to, just for automation, to
Mm-hmm.
bringing down, to fade it out or fading it in. That's it. Easy. This is another bass line. It's almost a sub bass.
Wow. Like I didn't even know that was in there.
It is actually.
Shows you how much I know.
bring it some, yeah, again, some low end, so remove some low end,
Yeah.
and together with the other bass line, talking each other,
Mm-hmm. Little call and response going on there.
yeah, and another LFO tool, another bass line from Serum. Okay, just let me play this. It's just like a sort of a tom
Yeah.
covering another layer,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
mid, high mid.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite tricks with bass is to
Yeah,
use like 808 and 909. Well, 808
yeah,
toms mostly,
yeah, yeah,
you know. And actually, sometimes I use the really low ones tuned like as bass lines.
yeah,
But stuff like this as well, where you can fill gaps and
yeah.
add groove, like that's in a very specific space in comparison to the other bass layers, so it
E-
really enhances everything.
Exactly. And if you do that way, you got the opportunity to balance them all properly,
Yeah,
and you
absolutely.
have more control on several frequencies.
Yeah.
Okay? So you don't have to cut too much from one side to the other side. They
Mm-hmm.
are different elements, different sounds. They talk them each other properly. They do not interfere.
Mm.
So, and you're covering, you know, the spectrum properly.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, and it's
me,
it's it's actually like just to finish up on that, it's really important as well to have those frequency layers in
yeah,
because sometimes you hear it a lot in tracks, like even stuff that gets released where it's like another low mid
yeah,
element would really tie everything together and result in a
absolutely,
much better integration of the
yeah,
bass.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And talking about the mid and up bass, I sorry,
Oh, this is the sound. Oh,
this is another bass line
nice.
coming from Diva. This preset,
Ah,
kind of
very
be
cool.
a bass Nordic, and just automating the cutoff. Another 1176,
Mm,
just taking the peaks again, controlling the peaks again, an LFO tool.
nice. And that
Uh,
movement in the automation's really important there, isn't it?
yeah,
Because obviously, you know, I'm
absolutely.
sure like across the track you've got things as that's rising and other things
Exactly,
falling
because
and
at
there's
the end
that
of the day,
constant movement.
you're telling a story, and you don't want to say always the same things. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So um, we don't like monotony, so that's why I tend to automate everything
Mm,
because you're telling something different every single way,
yeah.
and mixing wise, nothing special, just removing, yeah, low frequencies. Another one, that's that's the main one. That's the main I was talking about before, and everything started from here.
Ah.
That's the arp.
No way. I have to be completely honest with you, Guy. I was never the biggest user of the first serum,
Me neither.
but by God, do I love serum 2.
Me too. Me
Oh
too.
my God, it's sensational.
Yeah.
It really is. We're actually
Agree.
starting
Agree.
a course on MYT on it
Okay.
from the 1st of October. 8
Really.
weeks of live classes, and I'm going to absolutely tear it apart. It's going to be so fun. I'm going full Hollywood sound design, Paul.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
like I'm going hardcore deep into it. Like it's going to be really
Wow.
fun. Like, yeah,
That's
there's
awesome.
going to be some wild sounds coming out of those sessions.
Yeah, I really love Serum because you have tons of different wave tables. You can do
Mm.
pretty much everything with Serum. Everything from ambient to hardcore, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the sound, I have a. Just let me mute them. I got an EQ here, removing some frequencies here. I'm telling why later. Um, oh, this is pretty much the same plugin of the UAD ones.
Mm-hmm.
Catching the peaks again.
Yep.
Removing some frequencies here, the low end. Okay.
Wow.
Keep leaping for the peaks for the same situation. We got before and exoscope just to see how he behaves. Okay.
Yeah.
Really easy. And the last one is pretty much the same, but covering upper frequencies.
Yeah.
And I've added some delay here.
Wow. Yeah, I like the fact that the delays are kind of like non-standard timing as well. It's kind of like a bit.
Yeah, it's really buzzing.
Yeah,
but I like it.
It reminds me of like, you know, when God, like I was such a fan of like 2004, 2005 Richie Horton.
Oh yeah,
And he used to use the lexicon delays as part of his DJ sets.
I know it very well.
And he always used it in like millisecond steps and like, you know, ramped it straight into the harsh zone and back out and stuff. I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I love it. I love that effect actually because it's not perfectly in time.
Yeah.
You're doing something else, but you're kind of creating some sort of a climax.
Yeah, some tension, right? Because of the fact that it's not sitting, but the energy's building in that at the same time.
Exactly. That's why I've added, one synth which was kind of plain, that one. Together with the other one. It's different. And what about the bass? In the group, we have just an LFO tool, the way I used it before. Just like for the drums, I use it the same.
Yeah,
the same shape for the bass. Okay, that's it.
Wow.
And where else? Oh, okay, I got it. Because I grouped the mid, our bass all together. Sorry.
Nice. Okay. Bit of multi-band, yeah.
Yeah. I usually use, together with the kicks, I'll show you what is happening here. Kind of creating some space with the kick.
Dude, I could just sit here and listen to that on a loop for the next half an hour and be fine. Wow.
Without it and with. It's another thing.
The depth of that is just wild.
Yeah, I agree. I really love it. To get it with a Pro MD and without. Just try to focus on movement, which is creating.
Yeah, and tightness as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Making a big difference, in my opinion.
Huge. Yeah. Like the level of control that it gives you.
It's another thing.
It's so, like, the way you've done it is like it's so transparent as well, like to the untrained ear, or even to my ears, like you know, extremely seasoned, shall we say. It's like it's not even apparent that you're doing that, and just how you sort of shaving little bits here and there just to kind of make it all fit together. Yeah, like, dude, I feel like I'm getting an education here. I'm getting an education off you here myself, mate. Never mind everybody else watching.
Thank you. Okay, so these are the Born of Blaze synth, the original ones.
Yeah. Speaks for themselves. They speak for themselves, don't they?
I don't have anything else to say. It's untouched. Look at that. I didn't do anything on this. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Amazing.
What can I say?
Amazing.
This is an amazing synth. That's it.
So great.
And I copy and pasted the same part here to make another transitions. This is the break, of course, and this is the one that I put it into another track in order not to interfere with the rest of the arrangement.
Sure.
Okay. Good. There's nothing here. There's no EQ at all. And I got an EQ here because I have to remove some frequencies in order not to clash with the rest of the arrangement and with the kick as well. Okay. You can barely hear it right now, but here. Yeah, really, combine good together, in my opinion. Together with a bass line. Yeah, it sounds that way. Love this part.
Tremendous.
It's a beautiful part.
Tremendous.
It is. So, let's move to the main synths. I got this, which I showed you before.
Yeah. Still blows my mind how you did that.
Oh, I'm gonna show you again. That's the...
Yeah.
Just put it, just put it inside the simpler.
Yeah.
And added this amazing reverb. It's a long space one.
This is like the new one, isn't it, from Brainworks?
Yeah,
This came out
yeah.
recently. Yeah, I need to try this.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, sounds great, man.
Yeah. Long tail.
Super transparent sounding as well. Like doesn't really like it's like I love reverbs that they just sound like extensions of the sound. And that's exactly what that is. It's super
doesn't sound
clean.
So fake, so
artificial. And they sometimes have like a coloration as well that just it doesn't sound like it's come from the sound that you've sent through it.
Yeah,
that I'm into. I really like that.
Me too. Sounds so good.
Yeah, and I know that sounds great because of the way that you use that completely on its own at one section.
Yeah, and this is the I told you that's the main sound that really inspired me. Everything.
Yeah,
there is an automation here on the frequency. That's it. Easy, nothing else. And what else? As I told you, that's the same one. Oh, sorry, that's the crystallizer. But in loop. Okay. It's the same sound. Repeating with an automation filter. That's it.
Nice. And then the rhythm of that.
Yeah. Together with a kick.
Yeah. It's the one.
Yeah. But what it makes a huge difference here is the crystallizer. I'm gonna... the preset is called Emeralds. Crazy, crazy, beautiful instrument. Such a fan of Sam toys in general. I
Mm-hmm.
love them.
Oh my god, yeah, the same. So I've been using
Yeah,
Crystallizer for years and
yeah,
Decapitated,
me
of
too.
course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
They are too good, too good.
are you even doing life right if you're not using the Crystallizer and putting it up at least one octave?
Yeah, exactly. I love them. And look what is happening here. The simple automations, but bringing a lot of magic to the track.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah,
Yeah. So those are the the synths. Now I got the chords. Chords.
yeah. These
Kind of.
chords,
Yeah.
yeah, chef's kiss.
Yeah. Coming from I think Diva. Show you what the main one is. Yeah, that one. I can hear it. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, just let me play inside. Okay, let me expect that. Okay, get it.
The fullness of that chord is insane.
Okay, just let me deactivate. I'll show you. This is a simple chord actually, really housey. I'll play without anything. Yeah, really ravey.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And there is some automations on the frequency, another frequency because we have two oscillators and freak mode as well. And the big difference coming from the replica XT, which is a kind of sort of double delay.
Mm.
That one, really long, with a really long feedback. The compressor on the sidechain. But I basically I sampled the tail of this chord and filtered it. So together with the main synth.
Sweet. That's why it fills the gaps in between.
Exactly.
Oh.
And there's another synth which is basically the same, doing another thing. I show you one.
Yeah. So you get that call and response again.
Exactly. So they are not interfering; they're talking each other and doing the job together. And that's it. And to close it, there is I simply freeze this and added a little bit of reverb.
Oh, nice.
Actually, there is another reverb and another delay coming from guitar rig. I'm going to show you later. Okay, so these are the leads. And again, the leads in the group. I have, let me show you. Can't find the leads anymore. Oh gosh, I missed the, there you go. So I got a Pro MB.
Yeah, similar as before, yeah.
Exactly, together with a kick. That kind of pumping effect again. And that's it, and a Pro Q just to, you know, some harsh frequencies or resonant frequencies. That's
Yeah.
it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Let me go quickly here in the path. Okay, so these paths are coming from Mini 3 from Arturia.
Oh,
I have
nice. Yeah.
to, yeah, I have to render it because there is a super massive delay or reverb actually on
Mm-hmm.
them.
Ah, yeah. They're Valhalla.
Exactly. Nothing really special actually, but cool. And these are tiny pieces of the original one. I'll show you. Okay,
Ah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that kind of stuttering effect is incredible. I love
Mm,
this. And I added two different reverbs here. Um, really long.
wow. Stunning.
Yeah, let me open them both. Those are the two which I used. And in the past, okay, I'm gonna tell you something about the paths. Um, Sometimes paths are really tricky and weird. That's why I really need to control the mid-end side because they are, how do you say, they occupy a lot of spaces in the side.
Yeah.
For example, yeah, for example, around 150 hertz, and they are really muddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've decided to get some stereo uh, stereo information
Uh-huh. Yeah.
around
Makes
here.
sense. Yeah,
That's
makes
it.
sense.
Really easy, nothing. Okay. What else? Leads we see the leads. Effects. Okay, just a few minutes for the effects. This is a snare, just
Ah,
a Mac.
we of course recognize that.
Yeah, and this is um, okay. Two
Yeah.
notes,
Mm-hmm.
zero ones. Easy. This is a crash. Just a sample. And of some okay. Those are some fills taken from Contact. I play them. Um, I love I love them actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so that nice percussions, making some some fills. I usually love fills because they make the tracks more interesting. This, those are ones.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they are really nice. Some other percussions here. That's it. This is another effects together with the dub delay I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, without, and this is with.
So good. Guitar rig is so underrated for this type of thing.
Agree with you. Agree with you. It's taking ages to
Yeah.
open it.
I'm a sucker for a big like a plate like sorry, I mentioned it before, spring reverb.
Yeah,
And the spring reverb in guitar rig is very special.
agree with you. There are so many great things inside Guitar Rig. Sometimes I don't have too much time to spend on it, but
Mm-hmm.
the presets are really good. And if you want to build your own effects,
Yeah. And is that the full version or is that the free version?
now this is the full version.
Mm-hmm.
I got the 7, which is not the full version, the live version.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to. Um, it's really good in my opinion
Oh
for
yeah.
this kind
Yeah.
of stuff. This is the same kind of acid notes which were playing the original part, and I tried to top it with with another kind of acid. I think it is coming from Serum, but nothing special at all. And other effects here. Just let me play it for you. Oh, okay. Why adding some whispers to a track? I don't know. I liked it, and I did it. That's it. Just three or four times, and
Yeah, that's all you need. Did you like it? Great. Think it
yeah, I
sounds
like
good?
it.
Yeah, great. Don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
Same here. Strange, weird, but I liked it. And let me see. Oh, this is another scene taken from. It's actually an effects taken from the Analog Lab.
Oh, yeah.
Probably coming from pigments.
Yeah, it's got that kind
Yeah.
of like wavetable-y type sound
Yeah.
to it, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Exactly. And on the effects group, I have again the LFO
Yeah,
tool,
for kick
same shape
clearance.
exactly, and
Amazing.
just to remove some low frequencies.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing else. That's it.
Tremendous.
And oh, okay. I'm gonna just a couple of minutes on the send and return. I got a reverb here, which is coming from the little plugin.
Oh, this is another one of my favorites.
Yeah, really nice.
Beautiful.
Nobody uses, but it's really nice.
No, I use it all the time, man. I love
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah, yeah. I love using it short on like claps and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds really good.
Yeah, really cool.
And what else? I have a delay here.
It's simple.
Just yeah, really simple. Cutting around 150 because I don't want that just to avoid some muddiness. And oh, that's a parallel compression. Actually, it's parallel compression.
But it's actually like a distortion, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
taken from the drums.
Nice. Yeah. And this black box is phenomenal.
Agree with you.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, my favorite plugins ever.
And you can be like a lot more. I find like there's a lot more range with it in this kind of use case against something like a decapitator.
Yeah, agree.
Because like a decapitator, you can put something on one and it just goes rip. You know what I mean? Whereas like I find the black box a little more subtle and there's a bit more. You can tune into different sweet spots with it a little bit more.
With you. Yeah, I agree with you. It sounds fantastic.
Great.
Even on a mastering, it sounds incredible.
Yeah,
I use it all the time on a mastering. And why using a Pro Q? Just not to interfere with the kick.
Yeah. That's where it takes it more into like New York style, kind of parallel where you're shaping it into different ranges.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally. And on my, I don't want to call it mastering, on my mix bus, because mastering for me is another thing. I'm taking another mindset, my opinion, for mastering. So this is what I usually call mix bus, and I mix everything into this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first, just let me. Oh, sorry. Can you see?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Can see the see the session view.
No. I can. Okay, I'm gonna show you here. Okay. The first plugin is this.
The VU meter.
Yeah. That's my view meter. Just let me mute everything. Just try to avoid it. You see hitting the red. Okay. Second one is the loved and hated OTT.
You love it and hate it at the same time.
Yeah, it's nice. Sometimes it's really dangerous.
A
If
little
you,
of this goes a huge way.
yeah, look at the difference. Just let me. Sorry. This is with, without, with,
Wow.
without. I
It
really
brings
love
that-
what it does in for transients. It's bringing something,
Yeah.
but it works for me anyway. The other one is the NLS,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
just a little bit. Usually, yeah, it depends on the tracks. I usually go from Spike and Mike, which is the the SSL. I really love the SSL.
Yeah.
Now it depends on the tracks, and okay, just a tiny bit again.
Yeah. I use similar plugins, but I use the Slate Digital.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I know it. I don't have Slate plugins.
Yeah, they've been my go-to for over 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't mixed a record without Slate Digital plugins since about
Yeah, they are
2012
brilliant.
when they first came out. You want to know why my master on this came out so well?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the Slate.
Oh, now I know it.
The tape machine and the virtual console, amazing.
They are incredible.
Incredible. The Neve on the Slate
Yeah.
Digital is like unlike anything. It's beautiful.
I agree. This is which is bringing some low end probably. I'm gonna play without. And now we're in. Without.
Yeah, nice.
In. I love this one. Really love this one. Above all for the low end stuff.
Yeah.
And basically, this is a mono maker. Okay, so all the frequencies be on the left from 135, 140 are mono.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just a tiny bit of stereo width.
Oh wow,
Just a
you
little
go
bit.
past 100. Wow.
Yeah.
And of course, you can kind of get away with that a little bit. You can get away with it a little bit because you've done the mono make.
Yeah.
So your bass and your low end and your fundamentals of your track are going to be in mono.
Exactly.
And then that allows you to take a look.
I'm just increasing low. Exactly. After 150.
I'm way more conservative with stuff like that. Like, because I still have it in my head a little bit that like most club systems are still mono.
Okay.
So like, this is me being like a hardcore audio engineer, like mastering guy.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm obsessed with mono compatibility.
Yeah, makes sense.
So maybe I'm a little bit too obsessed with it sometimes.
No.
But you know,
that's why you did. That's why you did the mastering.
Yeah.
Because I deleted pretty much everything I was here. And I sent you everything.
No, it sounds fantastic though, dude.
Yeah.
You've done a great job of it yourself, dude. Honestly.
And I have another compressor here.
Oh, nice, yeah. The Brainworks, yeah, the Townhouse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically, without bringing an extra magic to it, just a little bit. And in terms of frequencies, the last one is this one. I really love this one. It's again an emulation of SSL G, the 4000, and I just added a little bit of frequencies here in mid and high.
Brilliant.
bringing in
Yeah.
in face.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the mid and high EQ bands on those SSL channel strips
yeah,
are just so beautiful. They're so
yeah. I agree.
smooth and so
Yeah, yeah.
transparent.
I agree with you, and they sound always good.
Phenomenal,
Mm,
yeah. They're my other go-to. Like, say for example, if I'm going for a slightly different sound from the Slate, I
yeah.
tend to use a combination of like the Neve channel
Okay.
strip from
Yeah.
Brainworks or the plugin alliance,
Okay.
and I actually like, you know, if you play around with like the THD and the V gain, like you get
Yeah.
so much warmth out of that.
e- Exactly. I do it. I do it. I love that. And yeah, that's it. There's nothing else.
Wow.
Just the limiter, which is now doing nothing at the
Mm-hmm.
moment, and that's it.
Wow. Wow. What a journey. What a journey
Oh
to go
wow,
through an
wow.
incredible remix, man. I mean,
Uh,
I
thank
knew
you.
that you'd put your heart and soul into it.
I love that. I love remixing it simply because I love the original, and
Mm.
I know I wasn't be very faithful, uh, uh, but trust me, again, I did it so respectfully.
Yeah, you really did. Like you really did, whilst taking it into an entirely like new dimension.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was another direction, and I hope this direction could be complementary to the whole pack.
And it really was, and it really was, because one of the things that like really it really liberated me with my remix, because I only
Yeah,
finished mine like a few weeks
yeah,
ago.
which sounds fantastic.
Thank you
What can
so
I
much,
say?
mate. Thank you so much. But
Gosh.
what it liberated me to do was to just absolutely throw the kitchen sink at it, which, if I'm being honest, I think that's what I do best. Is
Okay.
just like, okay, I'm just gonna start firing nuclear warheads here. Do you know what I mean? And it just, as I said, because you did something so beautiful and textured and intelligent, like I could just take the original and go, right, have some of that, you know? And it was fantastic because it was just like such a contrast of both of our styles, but they're so these two remixes and with the original, they're so
Yeah,
complementary to one
yeah,
another.
absolutely.
And that's why it's
Exactly.
found so much support, like with
Exactly.
so many different DJs. Like, you know, you look at the promo reporters that are coming in. I mean, we're
I've
getting
seen it.
amazing
I've seen it.
support from, you know, Anthony Papa and so many big names.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's actually like, obviously your remix is coming out on top because of course it should do,
Thank you.
but also as well, like there's a lot of like diversity and like, oh, I love the original, I love Paul's remix. Like, you know, we've touched upon, you know, quite a sort of a broad spectrum of people who love different things, you know.
Exactly. Honestly, that's the best move, in my opinion, from a label
Mm,
offering something which is covering different moods, different genre. You know, why not? If you have the opportunity to cover in a larger space
mm.
in the market, why not?
Exactly. And you know, as we mentioned before, you know, this label has no boundary, you know, and
That's what I love.
I don't know whether I don't know whether I said that. I said this to somebody before. Actually, I said it to the guy who I'm signing his techno EP today, and I
Oh,
said to
really?
him like,
No.
yeah. So I had a call with the guy today, and I said like, look, I'm signing these. Like they're just absolutely fantastic, and you know, again, it's a platform for the artists that we discover,
That's
and
gorgeous.
and the thing I said to him is like, I model this label on RNS records back in the day,
Wow.
where like, if you remember back to when RNS started first kicking stuff out,
Yeah.
it was like JD Plastic Dreams, followed by a drum and bass record, followed by like Joey Beltram Energy
Yeah.
Flash, followed by like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
disco record.
Yeah.
And you knew when you went to the store and you saw that there was a new R&S, you just knew it was going to be good. You didn't know what you were going to get.
Yeah, because everything, not depending by the genre, but it was pure quality.
Mm,
Everything. Every single
exactly.
track was exact only quality.
Mm,
That's what they
exactly. Yeah.
did.
Yeah. And the quality filter was there, you know, and the way that we do artist development with
Yeah.
MYT, it's so in depth, and we really go into it. And actually, what we're doing is really effective A&R, where we're helping the artists get the music up to the right standard,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I
then
agree.
when they pass our like sort of high quality bar, that's when we say, right, we're going to sign this and we're going to promo it and we're going to put it out. And, you're seeing it yourself with like the amount of effort that we put in on sending the promos out, doing the
It's
premieres,
an incredible job. I know.
doing the pictures for Beatport, that kind of thing. Like, we want to model it for newer artists and also to be of service to yourself as like an established artist as well. This is how a record label should do business, right down to the
Agree with you.
contracts, right down to everything, and it gives them such a great launch pad. And actually, then we say to them, look, if you're going to get stuff signed to other labels,
Yeah.
like this is the minimum type of treatment that you need to expect from a label that's going to help elevate you to the next
Yeah.
level. And we've
Agree with you.
dude,
Agree with you.
and we've had so much success. Like Ariel Gray, who we just did a previous release with, it's 2 months later and one of his tracks is still in the Electro 100 and Beatport.
Wow.
And we get so much like love and support because we try and put high quality product out as much as we possibly can, right down to the
That's brilliant.
artwork, everything. Like, we put our hearts and souls into it, from that process. So everything you hear on the
I've seen it.
label,
I've seen it.
everything you see on the label is a result of months of like iteration and feedback and poking and prodding people in the right direction. And a lot of the artists end up hating me because I'm like, nah, you got another level in there somewhere. Come on, come on, let's work on this. And I'm like, I'm not like the nasty drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket, but I'm constantly like, come on, let's go. Like, you've
Let's do
got
this.
levels that you can access here. So yeah,
That's
it's
a
such a
great
privilege.
attitude. Great attitude from label. That's the right one, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got such a reputation of like, unearthing talent like, Four Candles, Masano,
Yeah.
so many like, people like Pangalea who's doing incredible stuff in Organic House. Like this guy literally went from like nothing to releasing on Gardens of Babylon in like 18 months.
Wow.
And we've just got so many talented people who are like all sorts of like, popping at the same time.
Mhm.
So it's fantastic. And honestly, like, you being the first really big name
Thank you.
established artist that we invited to have, a remix on the
An honor.
label was like such a big deal for us. And again, like the quality of the end product really speaks for itself.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome, mate. You're very welcome. And of
Very
course,
much.
you're welcome. You're welcome anytime because you're part of the MYT family now. So you're kind of
I
stuck with
appreciate
us.
it. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
No, it's fantastic, mate. It really has. It's been like one of the best things of the last period, actually, of like 2025 with MYT is like actually working with yourself and being able to get that that rapport going and the way that you gave feedback and this and everything. It's a beautiful thing, mate. It really is.
Sorry, because I
Yeah. Can you still hear me, mate? You good?
no, I miss
I
the
said,
last words.
I know. I said like it's amazing that you're such a part of the family because of
Oh,
how you
that's my
give
honor, buddy.
feedback and how the remix came about and everything. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing, mate.
That's my honor. Trust me.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
great to work with you.
yeah.
Such a professional guy in every step of the process.
Mm,
I mean, the way we started, the way we created something, the way you managing it right now. And I'm not talking about just sending promos, but pretty much everything. And the things that I love most is that I feel part of this,
mm,
and it it's not really it doesn't happen really frequently that a label takes you into this process, if you know what I mean, share with you anything that is happening,
yeah.
sending you some sheets about the, some feedbacks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really happy about that because I wanted it.
Yeah.
Uh, thank you for that.
No,
So
yeah. This is how I've always done business. Even back in the days when I was part of Chapter 24 Records.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We made such a beeline for like artists that we wanted to work with, and you think about people like Jonas Salbach, Mellow Collective, Rafael Serrato. Like we were in on those guys like 10 years ago.
Wow.
You know, we basically like not discovered them, but like a lot of them, like we gave like their first releases, you know, and
Wow.
really helped elevate them, you know, in a really solid way with all the principles that we apply to emergent properties. You know, it's the artwork, it's the attention to detail, it's the look, it's the feel, it's the brand,
The
it
quality.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
quality of it, right? You know, so you know we've got big plans for the label. Like we want to really turn it into a real, you know, and we are turning it into like a real platform for, you know, emerging talent, and you know we want to expand into parties and everything else because you know with
Wow.
me being like sort of the head of the label, it's also a beautiful outlet for me to put my own music out
Of course.
as well. And you know that's done really really well with, you know, track like Hanan's played a lot of the tracks from myself on the label and everything else. So you know it's such a it was such an obvious thing to do that, you know, we do all this artist development. Well, why not help people take the next step, you know?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Well,
That's
thank you
beautiful.
very much, Guy. It's been an absolute honor and
My
a
pleasure.
pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who joined this. Unfortunately, I missed the chat over there because I got all the screen over there.
Uh-huh.
Um, but
Yeah,
I
well,
really enjoyed it, and
yeah.
it was an honor again being here with you.
Absolutely, Guy.
Um,
Absolutely, and it's great because obviously we're all so busy in the industry, right? So, you know, I often try and arrange these things because I'm like, "Oh, I haven't hung out with Guy for a while. Like, let's like, because the funny thing is like, okay, there's the sort of like presentation of the track and everything, but what a lot of people don't understand is that this is like one of our regular conversations. It just happens to be on YouTube. Do
exactly.
you know what I mean? The amount of times I've had conversations with you or Patrice and like other like Tim Green and a few others, and it's like, God, I wish I hit record on that. That'd have been an amazing podcast. Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? So
that's
at least we did it tonight.
true. That's true.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so
Thank
we're
you.
gonna we're gonna call it quits there. The chat's going wild, and everyone's loved it, and such an amazing insight into your process because obviously you know you're so consistent with your productions and everything. It's just been an amazing
Wow.
opportunity to like get a little look under the hood. You know?
Thank you. Thank you.
No,
For me,
absolutely.
it's such an amazing joy to try to share the things that I usually do. Not that I know, but I do.
Mm,
Uh, and it's really funny. I don't see anything wrong in telling you what you do, or sharing the things
mm,
that you love most.
yeah,
I'm so excited.
yeah.
I'm really happy to do this.
Well, knowledge
I
doesn't
know
have any
several
ownership,
producers.
right?
Sorry?
Knowledge doesn't have any ownership.
I see several producers try to keep their things and not sharing what they do or what they know. Honestly, I do love this. I could do this every single day of my life.
Yeah,
This is so funny. I
yeah.
mean, I like it.
Yeah, and the good news is we get to do it most of the time. So
Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. All right, we're gonna leave it there. Thank you very much, guys. It's been amazing, beautiful session, and
Thank you.
again, a phenomenal way to celebrate the 6th birthday of
Happy
MYT.
birthday.
Thank you very much, man. It's been an amazing ride. We've helped hundreds of incredibly talented producers, you know, amazing guests over the years. And you know we continue to go from strength to strength, and of course as we're celebrating that, you know, we have the 50% off sale for joining the community, which you can find over on the website, www.transition.studio. We're also doing a selection of our courses like getting started in Ableton, organic house, synth mastery courses in the likes of Diva and Pigments, and some of the synths you've actually seen used tonight. We do have full courses, and they're selling for $9.99 at the moment till the end of the month. So
Wow.
yeah, an amazing time to join us. And again, as we've said before, you know, when you join the community, you then get the chance to actually release something on the record label. You know, it is specifically for our members and the people that we develop as artists. So it's an amazing opportunity to get an amazing launch pad. So yeah, if you
Amazing.
want to know more, I do free consultancy calls. I'm quite happy to sit with you and figure out what your artistic goals are, and you know, get you into our amazing community of phenomenal people. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, thanks very much for everything, guys. See you
Thank you,
soon.
guys.
And yeah, thanks very much once again to Guy, and I'll see you
Buddy.
soon. See you later.